Hi, my name is David Hampton. I'm an engineer, producer, author, and educator from Los Angeles, California, and I'm a Jay-Z microphone user. Yeah, this is an original Jay-Z Black Hole microphone, and I use it a lot on acoustic guitars. When I first got it, I kept looking at it. I said, you know what? I want to try it on a couple things, and I happened to have a couple of acoustic guitar things that we were doing with one of George Benson's guys, and it really ended up sounding really great. So I kind of use it every time on things like that, and it's kind of like a go-to mic for that. But I also use it on vocals as well. Why did I do it? I wrote the book about the business of audio engineering because I kind of saw the art of engineering slipping away, and I kind of felt like as engineers we got stuck like the screwdriver that comes in your Mercedes in the back. We just came with the car, you know, so whenever you went to a studio you just got the engineer. There was really no value to him. He was just a tool at the studio. But then we hit the era of mixing and the era of disco and remixes, and the engineer suddenly became the superstar. And off of that, we had now assistant engineers doing remixes and everybody competing for the same money, and it kind of, nobody had concentrated on the business and locked down a good rate or even a way to address everything so you could survive and pay your bill and create consistent money. So I was like, wow, if nobody does this forever and ever, we're just going to go to this thing where we're automating all the tools, anybody can be an engineer, and there's no value to the skill set. I think the gear has always been important. Do I think it's the most important thing? I think it depends upon the engineer. I think we're in a time where there's so much access to non-linear education. When you can go on the internet and you can pick and choose anything you want to learn at any intensity, it eliminates learning in an order. A lot of us who are part of companies who make products and part of the history of the evolution of this business, we learned in order. I learned Ohm's law in electronics before I went to work at Oberheim and built drum machines and synthesizers. Before I got out of there and went to the studio and helped make records. So it was a progressive order of intensity. I didn't randomly go, oh, I just want to work with Quincy Jones. Let me Google it up.
So,
you know,
is there any interesting project you're working for now?
Yeah, I'm working currently. I'm finishing up a project for Too Short, the rapper in Los Angeles. We're finishing a complex that's called Magic Gate. It's a multimedia facility that's going to be for independent artists to really be able to exploit themselves. Instead of having to sign a crazy deal, they can come there, use photography studios, use edit studios, and really be able to expand their career without having to sign their life away. And I'm also working with the estate of Miles Davis on the movie about Miles Davis's life. So I do all the archiving of Miles' personal talk tapes. I'm not a pros and cons kind of guy. I'm a technology use it kind of guy, and I look at features. Like when I first got this, the things I liked about it, and even though this is an old product, I knew you want me to grab the new product, but I like the fact that they had this inside and everything was easy to access. The switches were easy to get for big finger people like me. I like the fact that it was new and different. It wasn't the same design, and very easy to use. And positionally, it wasn't this big, bulky, chunky thing. I like design. I'm really into design. So I look at the ergonomics of a tool. I like the way they suspended the tension clip on this, because that's a big problem with a lot of microphones in a lot of situations. You'll have a great microphone and a lousy stand, and what ends up happening is you can't make use of your great microphone for your lousy mic stand, because you have all this coupling that's going on and vibration that's coming into the mic. So there's a lot of little things that, because I'm an engineering person, I look at, before I even look at it, oh, this capsule is made by, you know, yak feathers from Mount whatever. I'm not into all that. That's cool, but I know that he wouldn't send me a mic to use that was not quality. I think that they do well to investigate the Jay-Z line because it's going to give them exposure to concepts and principles, but it's packaged in a way that's for today. I mean, the convenience of the package, if I can grab it, is the fact that you don't have to deal with the vintage presentation. You know, I think that's one of the better things about it. Vintage mics always have a lot of cumbersome things that go along with them, among which is usually the cables are worn out and they're cracking, and the power supply heats up. And you got to, you know, there's a bunch of issues that come with that. And if you understand about what's going on, you could get a vintage mic, but then you also have to manicure every situation where you use it to hopefully have it be the right thing. And usually what you want in our business is you want guarantees. That's the trust part of the relationship. He wouldn't put a product out that said this is this without being able to send it to people and they trust that, okay, he ain't lying to us, we can use it. And that's the cool part about it. You know, a lot of the companies, they'll have a bunch of different mics and 54 different things to choose from, but I don't want 54 different things to choose from. I want something where I can go to and that's part of the expression, that's the shit I need. You know what I mean? A lot of the business and a lot of the things you see at the show they're well marketed. But I need something I can use. At the end of the day, the tools I use affect the check I get. If you build a lousy tool, I get a lousy check.
Where can we find out about this book you just finished?
You can go to Hal Leonard. It's on Hal Leonard publication. It's called The Business of Audio Engineering. And it's in the bookstores, it's online, and it's a second edition. And it's a really good book. We also have a teacher's edition. So if you're a teacher and you're teaching electronic music recording, or what they can now call digital media arts, they'll send you a teacher's edition and it'll show you how to test and work with your students to make sure that they grasp the concept we're talking about.